Off with the Baltimore Ravens. The first of two here on a Monday night, the opener for these two teams as we're underway on EA Sports. On the return, Devin Duvernay. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Now a man who began with the Raiders, it's Latavius Murray. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Here's 2nd and 9. Jackson. And he just throws this one away. That was a bit strange, and here comes the flag. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. Jackson from the shotgun. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's going to have this down deep into Vegas territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
They'll try to run it in with Murray. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Latavius Murray scoring a touchdown against his former mates. And the Ravens are on the board here first in the season opener. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And the Ravens lead at 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Carr now to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Carr will try it again on 2nd down. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things.
And he's going to go down. It's a sack on Kaepernick. Malik Harrison in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Carr. Flush to his right. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A big pickup there. 20 yards as they convert on 4th. Kaepernick now on 1st down. And he'll look downfield for Waller. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Carr. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. Sliding out of the pocket. Touchdown! It's complete. Darren Waller, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up.
All drives that result in points hurt a defense, but when they are the sustained variety, play after play, and they just can't get off the field and stop them, that can be demoralizing.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Offense set at the line for this next drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season, and they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. They begin the drive with a run by Murray. Divine Diablo there to make the stop. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Here's Jackson. That's complete to the fullback, Ricard. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. They'll run here. It's Murray. And he's going to have a Ravens first down as he's got this up to the 35-yard line. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game, but it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's second down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Jackson throwing on target to Brown. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Play action. Now Jackson rolling to his right. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
I think that's how this defense is going to need to play these tight ends. They got to get right up on them and stay physical. And that paid off on that play, helping force that incompletion.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. They go play action with Jackson. Going deep here for Watkins. And got his man complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Sammy Watkins. 54 yards, and the Ravens have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted, and now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
To throw once more on second and 10. Carr. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Carr now on first down. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Again, they'll throw with Carr. Man open, here is Jones. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory.
That was awfully nice. Hit him in stride, and off he went. It was almost like the ball hitting him was like him receiving a baton, and he was running the anchor leg in a relay race.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Henry Ruggs there to make the grab. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. So they called it a a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied here in the second quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. On the return is Duvernay. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. Offense set at the line for this next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Another run for Murray on 2nd down. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. From the pistol, they run it with Murray. Oh, fancy running by Murray. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A nice pickup there, 10 yards. On 1st down, Murray. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it, and he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Drake with a 1st down and more. And down to the 27-yard line. 25 yards to pick up there, and also a 1st down. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down. They'll run with Drake. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
On play action, it's Carr. And he finds Waller in the end zone for a Raider touchdown. 3rd touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And the Raiders have moved out in front.
This is why a lot of play callers love play action in this spot. You just want to freeze the linebackers just for a second. Then you got a chance to get a quick pass into your tight end right behind them for a touchdown.
Carlson on for the PAT. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. They set up the screen for Dobbins. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
Well, that play really didn't fool them. They completed the screen pass, but for lost yardage, a really nice play by the defense.
To throw again on second down. Jackson looking deep downfield. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Calais Campbell finding his way home for the sack. So we reach halftime here at our first Monday Nighter of the season. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Throwing on first down is Carr. Eluding the pressure right. He'll look downfield for Waller. It's caught inside the 25. 34 yards the game that time, another first down.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure is good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. Now Carr. And he finds Waller in the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Making 4 touchdown passes now for Derek Carr. And the Raiders take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. As the Raider kickoff unit now, as they will send this one away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Throwing is Jackson. Being chased out left. The quick feet by Jackson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he's trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points, but he could not get that to stick, and that is a golden opportunity wasted there.
Here's Murray running right. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable third down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
On third down, Jackson escaping the pressure right. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the third quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send the message that says, hey, we're not going away.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
4 receivers now in the formation. 3 to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 7. Now Carr. Flushed out right. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he's got some space here. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That one covers 29 yards. First down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Snap comes at 1, and it's Carr. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough. Throwing now is Carr. Flush to his right.
And he will find his man Ruggs.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. From the gun, it's Carr. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown. 2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener.
Here's Carr to throw. Got an open man. It's Ruggs. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. 23 yards, the final tally.
Henry Ruggs was the first wide receiver taken in the draft a year ago, and he absolutely fit the Raiders' profile of speed, speed, speed. Didn't have the immediate impact that they had hoped, just 26 catches. Hoping to up his game in 2021. He makes a nice catch there.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 52 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Play action. Now it's Carr. And he finds Waller in the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Raiders are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. An excellent way to start the drive there. 18 yards. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. Going with a screen for Murray. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
From just shy of midfield, Jackson. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 33. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory. Down at the 33. To throw is Jackson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. They'll roll him out right. That's into the hands of the tight end, Boyle. A little juke. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Give him 30 yards there.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
Jackson will throw again. And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Ravens. It's Hollywood Brown. The 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Ravens have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. All right, so this one not quite over yet. Back to a 2-score game, CD.
Yeah, and you've still got 4+ minutes to go. So when you think about comebacks, it's happened before. Now, it hasn't happened often, but you've got to think to yourself, let's be the next great comeback story and play this one out.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And this goes out wide for Drake. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. a handoff here to Drake. And this is going to be a Raiders first down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Carr able to find Ruggs. That's complete.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. Now this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop them here. Here's Carr.
And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's fourth down.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. Able to find Waller. That's complete. Now he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on fourth. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Carr going to look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He dumps it off to Drake. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
From the 27, Carr. And that one going to wind up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. 3rd down coming up.
And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. To throw is Carr. The left side completion to Jones. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down, that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Kenyon Drake taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Raiders are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
On the return is Duvernay. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. He's going to let it fly.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete with the clock down now to 13 seconds.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And that's complete to Brown. And good yardage there as he gets out of bounds as well, up past the 30.
No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Again, Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders.
And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Yeah, real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. But now I'm listening to you.
So for Las Vegas,
it's a great win here on a Monday night as they'll start the new campaign 1-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a home date next week against the Kansas City Chiefs.